Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about the epic music video by Taylor Swift and Post Malone um, called Fortnight. And today, what we're going to talk about finally, and thanks for your patience, is why Taylor Swift, in my humble opinion, uh, what the actual reason she coded all of these Dungeons and Dragons messages, coded all of this Dungeons and Dragons data into the Fortnite video, where literally every single frame is about Dungeons and Dragons, in my humble opinion. And I'm going to finally give you the reason why she did this, why Taylor Swift did this, in my humble opinion. All right, here we go. Why did this happen? Well, the reason this happened I'm sorry. Before we do that, this video is part of a playlist. You will have no context for what I'm about to say if you don't watch this video in the sequence that exists within the playlist. The playlist is in the link below, and you'll be able to, you'll have full context for what I'm about to say. And so let's go. All right. So why did Taylor Swift do this? Why did she make an entire video where literally every single frame of the video, Fortnite music video, had a coded message? And I've explained in detail what those coded messages are. Why did she do this, right? Well, here's the answer. The sequel to Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. I believe that Taylor Swift has been carefully researching and reviewing all of the current D&D Now content so that she can be the director for the sequel of Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. I'm like, wait a second, Scott, why would she do that? Well, if you know Taylor Swift, it makes a lot of sense, in my humble opinion. Here's why. So first of all, she has been moving toward being a movie director. And actually, so how do we know this? Because she worked with a Dungeons and Dragons actress to actually direct her own video. Sadie Sink. Now, who's Sadie Sink? She's from the greatest Dungeons and Dragons story that you can find on the small screen right now, which is Stranger Things, right? Sadie Sink literally, went right up against Vecna. She's a Dungeons and Dragons actress, okay? So Taylor Swift brought in Sadie Sink, and she directed a music video with her in it. And she has been talking, and Taylor Swift has been moving her way into, she's done actress roles. She was in a movie called Amsterdam with Margot Robbie, so one of the biggest stars on the planet today, and with Christian Bale, who was Batman, right? So, and so she's moving toward Hollywood. She has made it very clear that she wants to be a movie director. This is so clear that there was very significant rumors that Argylle had been written by her and was being directed by her, right? And there was a lot of talk that Argylle was written and directed by Taylor Swift secretly, right? And now that turned out to not be the case, but Taylor Swift is continuing to move into position to be a director, right? Now, why would she want to do the Dungeons and Dragons sequel? Well, first of all, it's perfect for her. It had a successful first iteration, made almost $250 million, right? Its revenue was close to $250 million. That's blockbuster money, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars, American USD. That's real blockbuster money. It was commercially and critically successful. Okay, it did, and then it also crushed on streaming. It did really good numbers on streaming as well, and it was critically acclaimed. However, the current directors for it are not currently committed to. Now, why would Dungeons and Dragons not commit to them? Well, I think they have an idea that there is this very prominent, very successful. I think that no matter what she does, Taylor Swift's first direct movie will be massively successful, and this would be a reason why Hasbro and Paramount has not signed the original directors to do the sequel, because they know that Taylor Swift is in the wings. This would also be extremely good for Taylor Swift because the story is set, right? She wouldn't have to worry about establishing characters. A lot of the work is already done on a movie that already has legacy and momentum, right? People are going to come to Dungeons and Dragons. They know what it is. It has a history of success in Hollywood. It's helpful and useful and powerful, right? And this would be a way for her to shortcut, jump right in, and do a movie that already has half the work done, right? And if she just doubles the original box office, you're talking $500 million. That's a lot of money, right? But the reality is, she could do 10 times, right? If Taylor Swift does 10 times the original box office, that's $2,070,000,000. That is a ton of money, right? And arguably, Taylor Swift is the most powerful artist on the planet. She really could 10x that, right? Which would be hugely profitable for Paramount, hugely profitable for Hasbro, and hugely successful for herself, establishing in one fell sweep, establishing her as a new powerhouse director in Hollywood, right? And allowing her to move out of her pop girl music dance phase, which frankly she's 34 years old. The timing on that would be perfect, right? Like, you can't do that forever, right? Dua Lipa's in the wings, right? So that is the reason why she has been doing this. She is doing this specifically to ingratiate herself to Dungeon Masters and Dragon Masters like you and me, to tell Hasbro that she's ready, to tell Paramount that she's ready, and to make sure that her knowledge is high on the movie series that she will be continuing, in my humble opinion. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.